like yesterday, and this happens to me all the time. I was at the gym yesterday and I was working out and I was listening to this podcast, and I'm like, oh my God, the problem, or like the question I had to the problem, I'm like, I know exactly what I want to do, and I have this perfect solution, and it lines up. But you were just open to it. So meditation allows you, like when you practice when you practice meditation, it allows you to become familiar, like identify your thoughts, become familiar with your thoughts, identify your emotions. So therefore you get really good at figuring out when you're out of balance, when you're out of whack, when you're feeling out of alignment, what's caused, and then you're able to ask the question, well, wait, first of all, I just noticed that I don't feel like me. Like, I got it. When you meditate, you feel so good. Like, you feel like it's like you're breathing in light and love and joy and bliss and peace, and like you're actually feeling all of these emotions, because instead of focusing on the bad or the negative or the heavy, it's like a gift that you give yourself. So when you gift yourself those 10 minutes, and for me 10 minutes isn't enough. I'll normally if I have the time, usually every morning it's like 30 to 40 minutes. Sometimes I might go 60, 90 minutes, depending on what's going on. But I've learned that I do not start my day without meditating, even if I'm running late for something. Because even if I'm like the other day I was going to Zumba, and I was like, oh my God, I stayed up late, slept through my alarm. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be late for Zumba. I need to just get in the car and go. And I'm like, no, Lucie, stop now. You already know the answer to this. You've done this many times. You've learned your lesson. Do not leave the house without meditating. Why? Because your days are infinitely different. When you take the 10 minutes, just takes 10 minutes to just breathe and treat yourself to those high vibrational feelings of like love and peace and alignment and bliss and satisfaction. When you intentionally gift yourself that time, it raises your vibration, and then everything that crosses your path for the rest of the day must be at that vibration. Like low vibrational people, places, things, they simply can't show up, and they can't cross your path because you're not a vibrational match. Like attracts like, and we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So if we want to attract the life of our dreams, if we want to attract like the health goals or the dream job or the perfect partner, we have to show up as ourselves. We have to do the work. All change starts with us. We have to do the work to show up as a vibrational match to that thing, that person, that place, or that experience. And meditation is one of the tools that I teach people how to show up, how to be intentional, and like just create that habit and create that discipline around that, so that way you can live the life that you desire, and you can feel the high vibrational emotions that essentially everybody's entitled to.
Right. Wow, that's so amazing. And you can truly tell how passionate you are about meditating. It is making me excited. I'm like, I needed this today. Quite frankly, I had a rough morning. So the fact that you're talking about all of this, and it's like, you're just like speaking all of this positivity, and like, I'm a pretty positive person. I bring positivity to the room. I try not to speak negative. I try not to complain. And today was just like one of those days where you just like really struggle. You're having all these negative thoughts. Can you see that thumbs down?
I saw that.
It already knew. But the fact that you're so passionate about it, and you can feel the love, you can feel the vibration coming from you, you can feel that positive energy. So you have to know that like this is real, and like this, you can manifest what you want into your life. And I truly agree with you so much regarding like what you are, you attract. What you think about, you attract. Like your thoughts are what you attract. All of that, I completely 100% agree with you. So I'm personally like really excited to kind of start my own meditation practice, even in just trying like 5 to 10 minutes every morning. Meaning I gotta wake up a little bit earlier, but
it's so worth it, and it will so change your life.
Yeah.
And I have two things to share with you about what you just said. The first thing is, yes, I believe the same thing. Like, I believe the same thing. And like, I'm not perfect, and I have my off days, and I have things come up in life just like everybody else.
Right.
And I think that's why I'm so passionate about this, is because I know I've seen where if I'm having like I don't want to even say a bad day, because I try not to let like that momentum go all day long. Like if I'm having if I'm feeling out of alignment for a moment or for a morning or whatever it is, like, I will stop what I'm doing and I will take 5 or 10 minutes to meditate or say a prayer of gratitude or practice some sort of like breath work, whatever it is that's gonna like bring me back to my center.
Yeah.
Then that's gonna elevate my state. It's gonna quiet my mind. It's gonna remind me of my truths. Like, I'm powerful. I'm divine. I'm beauty. I'm love. I'm unconditional faith. And like, when you kind of like embody, like when you remember these things, I guess that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I've used these tools so many times, and they've come in and they've helped me turn my day around. It's like turn my day around, turn my week around, turn my life around. And that's why I am so excited about sharing this, because we all have access to it. It's just about making that decision and committing to it.
Right.
Because everybody, like, we're not humans that once in a while have a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Right.
So it's just being intentional about tuning into that divine energy. And I'm super excited that you are feeling inspired to start this meditation practice. And then the second thing I was going to say is that the one thing that I do like to caution people with before starting their meditation practice is, like, I always put like a warning label on meditation. And the reason why I do this is because when I tell you that we live in a vibrational universe, and like your audience probably already knows, like, that, just like you said, you probably talk about this all the time, we attract what we are, and that everything moves, everything vibrates.
Right.
And when I say that meditation will instantly raise your vibration, and if you're practicing this on a daily basis, and over the course of a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, just by taking 10 minutes a day, you are going to up level your game, and you're going to raise your vibration in such a strong, beautiful way.
Yeah.
Everything that was not serving you, all of the negativity, whether it's like people, places, things, jobs, whatever it could be, like, you will see that they will start to fall away, because guess what? Things that are not on the same wavelength, they cannot coexist. So sometimes when people start meditating, they're like, oh my God, Lucie, like, I thought you said everything's supposed to get better. I feel like my life's falling apart. Like, how am I supposed to handle this? And I'm like, don't worry, you've got this. Just remember that, like, you're divinely supported and loved, that this is all working out for you.
Right.
And that everything that seems like it's falling away and or that's falling apart, those are going to be the biggest blessings.
Yeah.
You just have to face them with certainty and confidence, and knowing I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am on my path, and I'm moving towards alignment and enlightenment, and this is all working out for me.
Yeah.
So if you start meditating and things seem kind of crazy, just stick with it, and just know those things were not meant for you.
Right. And I pray that all the time. I pray all the time, God, if there's something that's not serving me, I pray that you remove that from my life. So I pray all the time, and I know that prayer is talking to God, and meditating is really listening to God. And I definitely feel like that listening piece is missing. So no, I'm really excited. So I just I really thank you for sharing your passion with us regarding meditation, and just really seeing you attract what you want in your life. Like, you are such a vibrational human being, and you can feel that. And I haven't even met you in person. I can't even imagine what you're like meeting you in person. I can't wait to meet you one day. But just like having this conversation with you, I can truly feel that vibration and that energy through the camera and just through you speaking, and you're just so passionate about it. So I personally really thank you for sharing your passion with us today, and just sharing kind of what it looks like to meditate, the precautions that we need to take when meditating, and just like different ones that we can do. And that it's like, I love how you said that it's like a journey, because I think that's really important to know, is like, everything in life is a journey. You're not gonna start, like you said, it's a practice. You have to practice it in order to get good at it. So I really like how you shared that with us. And I hope that everyone else listening is inspired by you to start manifesting and meditating their way to success.
Yeah, this has been such a treat. I absolutely loved our time together. Thank you so much for having me on this podcast. I feel like it's very in alignment. I feel like we can be friends. Like, I feel like from the first time we connected, I'm like, oh my God, this girl's amazing.
Oh,
she gets it, and she's helping everybody. Everybody who listens is going to greatly benefit from the podcast that you're putting out. So Thank you for being that light in this world.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, genuinely. So I always like to end with a Bible verse, and the one that you chose is Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. And I personally love that you chose that, because it is so true. Like, we just talked about it, and truly how, like, what you put out there, you're going to receive. So if you're putting out there negativity and all these like bad things that could happen, complaining, all this negative energy, and you're speaking that, like, there's truly so much power in what you speak and then what you get back. So when you're speaking that, you're going to receive that negativity back, and you're going to wonder why this keeps happening. But if you're speaking life and you're speaking positivity and you're attracting what you want into your life, and you're speaking that, you're speaking those affirmations, you're doing that, you're going to receive that back. And I know that you're going to probably say something very similar, but I'd love for you to share your kind of takeaway within that verse.
Yeah, I love that. I love the Bible verse, because it's like life and death is on the tongue. Our words are so powerful.
Right.
Our thoughts are so powerful. And we have the decision, to choose what we want to think, what we want to say, what we want to focus on, and how we want to feel. And a lot of us just need to learn that, like, we have that power, and that we can take it back. We don't have to give our power away to external circumstances that are outside of ourselves.
Right.
Once we learn to truly live from the inside out, we can create an extraordinary life for ourselves. It's just knowing how powerful we are, and being disciplined in our thoughts and in our focus.
That's so good. Oh, so good. I love that. So thank you again, Lucie, seriously so much for sharing everything that you shared with us today. It truly meant the world to share this episode with you, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you soon.
Same. I cannot wait.
Yes. So you guys know where to find me. You can always find me at Steph_Deal. You can find Lucie at LucieLynn.com. That's LucieLynn.com. Or you can find her on Facebook or Instagram at Coach Lucie Lynn. So I'm sure she'd love to hear from you guys. So if you guys want to message her, feel free. And then if you like this episode and you feel like someone really needs to hear this episode, feel free to share it with them. And don't forget to take care of yourself, because when you're not your best self, you can't help others become their best selves as well. So I hope you guys all have an amazing week, and I will talk to you guys next week.